What's up, everybody? This is Adam with Adrenaline Cycles again, coming at you with a 2020 walk around video. Today it's on the Defender XMR 3-seater. But before we jump too much into walking around this nice machine and going over some of the details of it, let me go ahead and get you guys to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date and catch all these models as they come into our dealership. As you guys can see here, not a lot's changed. I've had a few changes here on this model. One of the most notable and the cooler ones that I do like is on the front end of the machine, where they've added the signature lights. Last year this was only on the limited model, and now they've pulled it over to the XMR, which I think all the models should have. That looks really good, and I'm sure they're going to come out with a turn signal kit. I'm sure some aftermarket company will shortly, where these will be integrated to blinkers. So that's really a cool feature. I'll go ahead and cut the key back off here. Also on the front, standard 4,500 pound winch mounted up high on the bumper. I really like this over the standard XT package that puts it down low, just because if you're sinking anything in the mud, if you're needing a winch, you're in the mud, guys. So I wish BRP would get with the program and get them up high like this so you're not digging around low. On the other hand, they also put a nice pull point here, so if somebody's in there and they're wanting a winch and you're not having to, you know, that's nice down below. All these models have sway bars on the front, so that's really nice to have. You can also see down in there the high clearance arched A-arms, which is really, really nice. Also here they tuck this nice and neat into here, the little X emblem for the XMR. And I'll pop the hood and show you something cool. They've done this last year and they're continuing with it, which is a good idea. They get all the stuff up high here. They got the bud port up high, all the fuses is up high now. In other models they was down low. The tool bag's still up here in a nice neat place. But they're starting to get stuff up higher, especially on the XMR models, which all Defenders have this, but this is really nice on the mud versions as well. Coming around the side, we'll talk about tires and rims, non-beadlocks again, 14-inch rim with 30-inch ITP cryptids on there. Standard, you know, it's on all the models. On the inside, not a lot's changed. Again, we're seeing this flat dash cluster here, similar to like on some of the X3 models and the other Defender models, and even the Sport models that has this similar dash. You know, all the contours gone away and it's went to smooth, as you can see here. So that's, you know, that's new. We know that was coming from the other models. Again, this thing's got the, you know, the smart lock diff in it, so you can pick, you know, 3-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, 1-wheel drive here with the diff, and then it's also got the rear diff lock, which is really nice if you don't want to tear up your yard, if you are using it around the house. So that's a good feature to have. So really you can be 1-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, so that's a good feature to have. And as with any Defender, it comes factory with the nets, and that's fine. But I really like the console that they have here in the center, so if you're not riding 3, great feature to have. Holds your stuff good. Here a lot of times I'll have really some beef jerky hangs out there a lot. Another cool feature is all the storage underneath the seat. This one comes with the dry box. That one I really, honestly guys, when I'm riding this unit around, that tends to be my garbage can. I keep all my cans, my trash and everything in that because there's so much storage. I put all my tools and stuff in the bed, but you can see here, guys, you know, you can get a lot of trash in here or anything. You know, I know a lot of guys carry like their air compressor pumps and some toe straps and their winching stuff in there, some gloves, really good for that. There's an accessory box you can get here. A lot of people use that for the trash can. There's also one for the driver's seat. The toolbox up front's really nice, I like that as well. And these always come. And one cool thing about this, a lot of the farmers like, is that this model does, you know, come out like a toolbox. So if you really, you know, wanted to leave some, you know, tools in here or really nice stuff, say on your farm you're staking a fence and you're using, you know, some kind of GPS, you know, thing to mark your property and doing all that. Well, it's easy to keep in here, and then you can pack it in and out every night and, you know, not have to worry about it. And it's just as simple as set here and lock back down and it's good to go. Or like, you know, they're intended, the toolbox is really nice as well, but you don't need much tools on these things, guys. They're pretty indestructible. Coming on over, again, this model has the park brake on it, which is really nice. Comes on all the higher end models, XTs and up, XMR obviously. We'll go on to the back where we'll look at some more features. The bed will haul 1,000 pounds and a full-size skid in it with the tailgate down. 1,000 pounds is a lot, guys. That's a lot of sweet feed. That's a round bale of hay. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. I mean, that's a roll of chain link fence, a roll of farming fence. That's a couple dozen fence posts. I mean, that's a lot of weight to haul in a bed of one. So it can do it for sure. Cool thing here on the tailgate, it will hold up to 250 pounds. So if you're under that weight limit, it's a good place to sit, relax, you know, eat your lunch, take a break, or hang out down at the river, or whatever you need to do. So that's a good thing to have. It'll hold up, you know, 250 pounds, which is a lot of weight. Now coming to the back, as always, they have a 2-inch receiver hitch on these, which is great because it's the same hitch that's in most people's pickup trucks. So you can pull your little 6x12 around. I mean, you can pull anything with this, guys, pretty much. We see a lot of people, you know, use it to move, you know, boats around the yard, you know, little pop-up campers. I mean, I've seen people pull, you know, trucks on these things on Facebook. I mean, I'm not saying do that. It will hold up to 2,500 pound towing, but you know, you gotta use a little sense. But they're tough, and that hitch just makes it super easy. Nothing special you gotta have. On the back here again, we got some 30-inch ITP cryptids, 14-inch non-beat lock wheels. They do have the high clearance on the back as well. That's something to note there, guys. It's a pretty decent, you know, right out of the box trail rig. You know, slap you some 30s on here, you know, a little less aggressive mud tire, you know, maybe some carnivores. And this thing will do, you know, all your hunting, all your work around the house, your work around the farm. Maybe you got a small job coming up and you need a machine. You know, there's some options out there to save a couple dollars on some commercial and agricultural programs. But these things, man, they're made to work. But I'm telling you, I've driven them a lot in demos here around at Wildcat, at Brimstone, at TWRA, and it goes, dude. I mean, I'll go ride it today. It doesn't bother me none. You know, I ride an X3, I got one at home, but this thing here is just as fun, just as nice. It's got the bolstered seats in the front. That's a really nice feature on the XMRs, and they carry that over to the XT packages. And obviously this one's in the camo pattern. So for you hunters out there that's needing a rig for this coming up deer season, don't wait around on these guys. These things are leaving about as fast as we get them. So, you know, call down here and talk to some of the guys, and hopefully they'll have it ready to sell to you, and if it ain't already sold. Another key feature on this, really hard to see or notice, is the rock sliders. Again, that's good for the hunters out there, or anybody's going to look to trail ride this thing. That's going to protect, you know, your lower rocker panels. These are really susceptible on the other models that don't have this for getting, what'll happen is the stick will get up here and basically just tear it apart. And that happens from time to time. It's not a expensive part, but you don't want to be working on your brand new machine. This model also comes with fender flares, which is a really nice feature to have because it has the big mud tires on it as well. And we'll go underneath the bed here. Some more advantages over the 2020 model again is a lot more insulation, heat protection from the bed, from the gas tank, or for the gas tank, for the bed, around the headers, around the exhaust on that side. There's some wiring over there. They're taking great care to try to keep the heat out and down away from the cab as much as possible, which is really, really good to see. Speaking of gas tank, as you can see it over there, this thing has over a 10.5 gallon, 10.6 gallon fuel tank. What that means, guys, I mean, that's a long way to go on a tank of gas. I mean, that's a lot of miles, dude. That's a lot of miles. So that's class leading. 82 horsepower on the 1000 and the HD10s. And another key feature on this is the torque. We got the class leading torque at, I think it's 69 foot-pound. And Josh will correct it. He'll flash it somewhere if it's not. But it's the class leading. So it's got the most torque, which that's what you need in something you're going to, put a big deer in, pull a big load behind, do some work around the house, or just go out and pull a big hill down there, riding in the woods. So check this unit out, guys. If you're interested, call down here at the shop and we can get you a great price on this machine. And as always, ride safe and continue watching our videos. We appreciate it.